as a precursor to a lot of the artistic content that is yet to come from me. I'm creating, I'm sharing my life in this context as part of the greater picture of what I have to offer. You know, as I say, it's not an attempt at bigging myself up, it's more an attempt at offering what I have to offer and who I am, and you know, whatever goodness I may have is being given. You know, I mean, anyone that knows me knows that I'm a musician, and you know, I'm 43 yesterday. Happy birthday to me. Have I ever released a single song? No. A lot of that's simply because there's a combination of not having the confidence in myself, and also knowing that I actually do have work to do on my voice. Because if you don't have your tools, you can't tell the story, right? Without the right brushes and the right paints, how can you paint the picture? You know, like I doubt that Da Vinci could have painted the Mona Lisa without yellow, for example. But that's really... I was speaking earlier about my journey as a vocalist and my journey as a student of voice, and it really has been striking me just lately in my studies that vocals is very much a similar thing, insofar as you have two kind of extremes or forces that are in play, and it's about balance. So I guess the context I'm speaking in currently at the moment right now is vocal cord adduction or compression versus airflow, respiration, subglottal pressure. So that balance, that beautiful balance, is so difficult to do. It's the whole trick. And you know, you get someone like Jeff Buckley, who I've been listening to a lot lately, where his control over those two forces was so fine that he was able to just sort of tiptoe in and out of falsetto head voice and a really nice compressed, robust, you know, chesty head voice. And, you know, all just through subtle adjustments. A lot of that's, you know, muscular strength. A lot of that's muscle memory. A lot of that's artistry. So, you know, I spoke earlier of could Da Vinci have painted the Mona Lisa without the colour yellow? You know, a great artist will use his or her tools to facilitate the realisation of their vision. And the vision always comes first. If the story comes first, then you look at how to tell it. A song, you know, like for example, I have this one song. I have a lot of songs, but you know, for example, you know, you might write a song, I might write a song, or envision a song. So a song will arrive in my imagination, and I can hear all the subtlety. It's like in a dream where there's a whole lot of detail that you can't immediately discern, but the closer you look, the more detail you can see. I believe that songs exist outside of us. So my personal belief is that we live in an infinite universe which contains all things, including every song, every sequence of vibrations imaginable, possible. So, you know, every song exists out there in infinity. So my point is that all this music exists outside of us, and in our imagination we kind of discern it. And then it's our job to bring that vibration or sequence of resonance, sequence of frequency, that transmission through to, at the risk of sounding like a hippie, the physical realm, the earth realm. And my point is that's never going to be possible to do clearly. There's always going to be distortion. There's always going to be some measure of distortion there. It's never going to be exactly the way that you're hearing it. And the best we can do is use the tools we have to tell the story. And, guitars, pianos, violins, voices, clarinets, banging on a pan, or whatever you feel will most faithfully represent the vision. And that's why I've been so adamant in learning how to sing properly, learning how to sing consistently, and learning how to sing with true versatility. Because when you have strong tools, when you have all the colors in your palette, you can dream bigger, and you can ask a song to tell you exactly what it wants, and then you can deliver it. So let's just say you're writing a song and it requires a kind of misty, wispy, falsetto-y kind of sound, and then you kind of feel that it would be great to crescendo into this dramatic howling wail. You need to be able to execute that. It'd be like the Mona Lisa without the color yellow, just because Da Vinci didn't have his yellow pigment that day. Know what I mean?